Hello, welcome to all to the next video lecture of this fourth unit, that is EM wave characteristics. In the last lecture video, we were solving some problems. That is, we have solved two problems. In that, the first problem, I just want to recall this problem because in that I have given that is one direction wrong there. That is, instead of AET is equal to AEI is equal to minus AY should be the direction of the ET field. Okay, so actually in ET field we are going to substitute this AET, so we have to substitute minus AEY. Okay, so here I have mistakenly I have given one mistake there. I have done one mistake, that is AER instead of writing AET. Okay, so that was the mistake I had done. So all of you try to rectify that one. Okay, so let us move further to the next two problems. We will do some problems today. We will try to do two more problems in this session. Let me write the question here. Given a uniform plane wave, this is the third question. Given a uniform plane wave, so these type of questions are very important for the exam point of view. As given as EI, he has given the incident electric field as the 40 cos omega t minus beta z into AX plus 30 sin omega t minus beta z into AY volts per meter he has given. Now we need to find the values here. In that he has given find the value of HI, find HI incident magnetic field here, and B we need to find if the wave encounters a perfectly conducting plate normal to axis at z is equal to 0. Find the reflected wave. ER and HR. So this is the B question. So C question we have given what is the total field for z less than 0, z less than or equal to 0, and D he has given calculate the time average pointing vectors for z less than 0 and z greater than or equal to 0. So this is the question has been given. So this is a very lengthy question. Hope you understood this one. Try to understand this question. He has given two mediums. One is the wave is in medium, one is in the air, another one is it is encountering a perfectly conducting medium. Okay, here we have to understand what are the mediums first. So if you are going to understand the mediums, then it is easy to solve this type of problems here. Okay, now we will try to solve this one by one here. So here let me write the solution first, starting from here. So let us write given. Okay, he has given the electric field. Rewrite here. Given E field here like this. EI is equal to 40 cos omega t minus beta z AX plus 30 sin omega t minus beta z into AY volts per meter. Okay, so he has given this one. We need to find the HI first. Okay, so in order to find HI, so it has been decomposed. So now let us decompose this into two parts, that is EI and EI1. So this is EI is equal to EI1 plus EI2. Okay, here we are having two components, one is in AX, another in Y direction. Okay, similarly, so EI2, what it becomes here, EI1 becomes as 40 cos omega t minus beta z AX plus next EI2 will be 30 sin omega t minus beta z into AY. Now similarly here, in order to find let me write here EI0. Here the magnitude of EI0 is 40 and EI10 I will write here instead of writing EI10 here is 40 and EI20 is 30 here, the magnitudes here. Okay, 40 and 30. And now we need to find for fresh air, that is he has given the medium one as fresh air. Okay, medium one he has given as fresh air. We have to take as mu r is equal to epsilon r is equal to 1 approximately. So by taking like that, we have to similarly, as we have taken EI into two components, that is EI1 and EI2. Similarly, we have to decompose this HI1 HI into HI1 plus HI2. So by doing like this, we have to proceed the problem here. Okay, first of all, we will try to find the HI1 value here. Similarly, HI1 value will become HI0 into the given problem here, HI0 cos omega t minus beta z, and we need to find the direction here, that is we have to find AH1. Okay, or AHI1. Okay, so in order to find this one, HI0 will be HI0 will be EI0 by eta 1. Okay, so EI0 is the magnitude here, that is 40 by eta 1. Eta 1 is free. So we know that for free fresh air, I mean for intrinsic impedance for free space, eta 1 is equal to eta 0 here, that is 120 pi I can write here. Okay, so that is 120 pi here I can write. Now this value will changes to 1 by 3 pi here. Okay, now I can write the value of HI directly here. Sorry, HI1 I can write here. HI1 it is given by in order, first we have to find the direction also here, that is AHI1 is equal to, or AH1 is equal to AE, that is AK cross AE, AK cross AE1 AEI1 we can write here. So what is the direction here, AK? It is the direction which is propagating in the positive z direction. I can read here as you can see the question, it is so z direction, that is here it is traveling in positive z direction. I had read AZ cross AE1 it is propagating that is in x direction. Okay, I had read AX here. AZ cross AX, it will be equal to AY. Okay, AY. Now I can write this complete answer for this one. HI0 is 1 by 3 pi and cos omega t minus beta z into this one. Similarly, I have to find the answer for this HI2 that is H2I I can say, or HI2 we can write, that is here it is equivalent to HI20 cos of that is cos of omega t minus beta z into AHI2 I can write here. So now we have to find the direction here, and this value is going to be changing for this one. HI20 will be equivalent to EI20 by eta naught. So we have got here EI20, that is 30 by eta naught is 120 pi. I can write here. I can write here as 4 1s 4 3s, and it is will be equal to 1 by 4 pi. And we have to find the direction here. AHI12 is equal to AK cross AEI2 here. It is Z direction, and the remaining direction it is in AY direction, I think, right? Is it AY? Okay. So it will be equivalent to minus of AX. Okay, but because AZ cross AY is minus AX here. Now I can write here this one. HI2 is equal to this value, that is 1 by 4 pi into cos of omega t minus beta z into minus, I can write here minus here, minus AX. Now I will write this addition of these two. HI1, HI is equal to HI1 plus HI2. Okay. Now this will become as HI is equal to addition of this one. Okay, this one and this one, that is 1 by 3 pi cos of omega t minus beta z into AY. Next, and minus 1 by 4 pi cos of omega t minus beta z into AX. So this will be the HI field what we have to find actually. That is this is the answer what we have to what we have to get here. Next we will try to do the second one. What is asking the yes. So it is B question is if the medium second medium is perfectly conducting. So here it is very important analysis here. Very important to understand that second medium 2 is perfectly conducting. Here he is saying that perfectly conducting. So perfectly conducting means the sigma is always very much greater. Okay, that is sigma is always infinity. Now I can write here as sigma 2 by omega into epsilon 2 is always greater than 1, or I can say that intrinsic impedance of the medium 2 is always less than the intrinsic impedance of the medium 1, that is here free space. Now let us proceed this one. Now I can say that the propagation constant here. So now I can say that if the second medium is a conductor, the electric field will not enter into the surface. We know that the concept that if the medium 2 is a conductor or any medium that is conductor, here we can say that the electric field inside that conductor conducting medium is 0. Okay, electric field won't exist. So that's why we can write here as gamma reflection coefficient is approximately equal to -1 and the transmission coefficient is 0. That is the electric field is not going to transmit. Okay, if I say that is like this. Okay, so medium 1 it is free space and medium 2 it is a conductor. So if you are going to incident, the electric field or the waves which is entering will be 0 here. Okay, we don't have any field. Okay, because it is a conductor. Now because as we are incidenting the wave towards it one, whatever the wave which is incident, it is reflected back. So that's why the gamma is -1. Already we have done the calculation for gamma for a wave which is reflected back, that is -1. Okay, so this shows that the fields are so we can say that here, which shows that total wave is reflected back. Reflected. Why we are saying how we are going to say that the wave is totally reflected back? Because the medium 2 is a conductor. That's why the electric field is not going to enter inside that one. That's why whatever we are incidenting, the total wave is reflected back. So that is what here we are going to say that. So we know that gamma is equal to it is a ratio of ER0 to EI0. That is reflected field to the incident field here. And we can write here as -1, so that way you can write here as ER0 is exactly equal to EI0. Okay. Now I can write the ER field here. That is ER field is equal to ER0 is equal to ER0 cos that is ER0 is equal to, so whatever the field we have taken for EI0 or EI, so it is exactly opposite. Okay, already we have calculated this one. So just take the he has given in the question EI. So write minus further minus cos omega t minus beta z into AX minus 30 cos omega t minus beta z into ay. So I think that is a given value in the question. Okay, you can check that one. So just we have to apply for this. Why? Because whatever the field is incidented, it is exactly opposite to that one. So that's why I am applying minus to the given value. Okay. Next, similarly, HR will be same here also. Okay, that is HR is equal to gamma is equal to HR naught by HI 0, that is equal to minus 1. I can write here as HR is equal to minus HI 0. Now I can write here the answer, that is for this one I can write HR, that is if I apply minus here I will get the value. But the thing is, for the reflected wave we have to remember one point here, that is the wave will be propagating in the negative z direction, that's why we have to take plus here, and here we have to take plus here. Okay, that is what I forgot here. So in order to give here, so in the reflected wave only we have minus and minus here, and here instead of plus we have minus, we have plus and plus here. Okay, similarly we will try to find the value of HR here. HR is equal to minus of HI naught. Okay, that is this one. Okay, that is minus 1 by 3 pi cos of omega t minus beta z into ay, minus here plus I will get here plus 1 by 4 pi cos of omega t minus beta z into ax. So what are the changes we have to do here? Here the wave is propagating in the negative direction, that's why we have to place plus here, and here plus. That is what we are going to do. Okay, so this will be volts per meter. We have to write the units. I am forgetting to write the units here. Volts per meter, and here are amperes per meter. So we have got the reflected field and the reflected electric field, and we have got the reflected magnetic field here. Now third question C. Let us move to the third question C here. In that C, you can see what he is asking. He is asking that the total field. So the total field in the medium z less than 0 and z greater than 0. Okay, he is asking to find. That is here. Let us check here. Here medium 1 is fresh air, medium 2 is conductor here. As we know that in medium 1 we are having incident as well as reflected, but in medium 2 we don't have reflected field is that is transmitted field is 0 here. So the field, the total field in this one is, let us say, as E1. So let us take this as the z less than 0. The electric field is E1. Let us say it is the addition of incident field and the reflected field. Similarly, H1 is the incident field, magnetic field, and reflected magnetic field. And for z greater than 0, we can say that E2, that is ET, is equal to 0. Why? Because there is no transmitted field, because it is a conductor. And similarly H2, that is HT is equal to 0, because we know that. So just add the EI and ER and HI and HR. You rewrite the values here. It will give the value of EI and HA. So we can get the values of EI and HA by adding whatever the two we have got, that is EI plus ER and HI plus HR, will get the values. Okay. Now we will move on to the fourth question D. What he is asking there? Yeah. So better we will write this one. Why? Because we have to find the power in the next question here D. So what is the EI here? We have got 40 cos omega t minus beta z into AX plus 30 cos omega t minus beta z into AY. Minus I will get here minus 40 cos omega t plus beta z into AX minus 30 cos omega t plus beta z into AY. Okay. And next E2 also we will get the same, but the thing is we are going to get the minus value here. First of all, we have to write HI we have got as we have got minus 1 by 4 pi. Minus 1 by 4 pi, sorry, this is H2, okay. H2 as this one, minus 1 by 4 pi sin omega t minus beta z into AX plus 1 by 3 pi sin omega t minus beta z into AY plus, sorry, this is AX, AY. And next plus I will get 1 by 3 pi. So actually we have got the value of HR. HI is equal to HI plus HR. HI is minus 1 by 4 pi sin omega t minus beta z x. plus 1 by 3 sin omega t minus beta z ay. Next similarly HR we have got plus 1 by 3 cos omega t plus beta z into ay minus 1 by 4 pi sin omega t plus beta z into ax. So these were the values we have got. Now we have got the value for so we have got the answer for C. Now we will move to the D question. He is asking that we have to find the Poynting vector, that is Poynting vector for z less than 0 and z greater than 0. So for z less than 0, we have got E1 and H1. Now we have to take the formula here, P average. I will let P1 average. Why? Because it is in medium 1. So I can write here as E1 mod E1 of S by 2 into eta 1 of AK. AK is the direction of the wave. And now I can write the magnitudes here for z less than 0. You can see E1 here, E1 that is I will write here, that is P1 average in the medium 1, that is E1s is 40 and 30, that is we have to take the 40 square plus 30 square into the direction of the wave is in the positive z direction, that is AZ, and the wave is here, and the wave it is propagating in the negative z direction. Okay, that is I will take minus 40 square plus 30 square into minus AZ. So we understand why I am taking here plus AZ and minus AZ. So in this wave is propagating, that is E1 is the field composed of incident electric field and reflected electric field. Okay, incident electric field will in the positive z direction and reflected field will in the negative z direction. So we will get here as so I have to write 1 by 2 into eta 1. Eta 1 is eta naught, that is 120 pi. So it will be equivalent to 0. Okay, so the P1 average is 0 directly. Okay, now I have to get the value for z greater than, so this is the power Poynting vector for z less than or equal to 0, and similarly we have to get for z greater than or equal to 0. So I can write here as P2 average. I can write here P2 average is equal to 1 by 2 eta 2 mod of ES2 square into AK. Now already we have said that the electric field in the that is in the medium 2 it is 0, that is E2S is ET, that is equal to 0. So I can write directly here, that is 1 by 2 eta naught, that is eta 2 ET 0, that is 0. Okay, so we have got powers as 0 in the Poynting vector, as 0 in the medium 1 as well as in medium 2, because the whole power is incident power is reflected. So that is what here we are going to get. Okay, so here we are having the reason that why we are getting the power is because the total incident power is reflected. So that is the conclusion we are going to get to this question. Okay, now we will stop this question here. Okay, that is the completion of the problem here. Now we will move to the next problem. This is very lengthy problems, so try to understand this one. And next I will write the question here. The plane wave, it is I think fourth question. The plane wave E is equal to 50 sin omega t minus sin omega t minus 5x ay volts per meter in a lossless medium. He has given the values for the lossless medium also, that is mu is equal to 4 mu naught and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, and encounters lossy medium, that is mu is equal to mu naught and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught here. Epsilon is equal to epsilon naught here. Yes. Next, and sigma is equal to, he has given sigma is equal to 0.1 Siemens per meter. Siemens per meter. Normal to the axis, normal to x axis, at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, we have to find in that a value. A question he is asking to find. All of you listen carefully. That is tau, gamma, tau, and yes, that is reflection coefficient, transmission coefficient, and standing wave ratio. Next B question is asking ER and HR. That is reflected electric field and reflected magnetic field. C is asking ET and HT. That is ET and HT. That is transmitted electric field and transmitted magnetic field. And D is asking the time average Poynting vector. The time average Poynting vector in both regions. So he has given two regions here. Try to understand this one. He has given one lossless medium, another one is lossy medium. Okay. So before going to solve this problem, so we have to understand what are the mediums he has given and what are the formulas we need to use in order to calculate this one. Okay. So write the given data first, what he has given and what are the values he has given and what we need to find. Okay. So first of all, we will write the lossy medium here. That is given he has 50 sin omega t minus 5x into ay volts per meter he has given for lossless medium. So lossless medium, that is medium 1, let us say here, that is medium 1 here, and he has given mu is equal to 4 mu naught and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, we can say. Okay. And for lossy medium medium 2, we can say medium 2. Lossy medium, for lossy medium he has given epsilon is equal to mu naught, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, and he has given sigma value also 0.1 Siemens per meter he has given. Now we have to find the values of the corresponding values of medium 1 and medium 2, alpha, beta, and omega, and so on. Okay. In order to find the gamma, tau, and standing wave ratio. Why? Because those are values are very important in order to calculate this one. So here gamma is equal to, that is for medium 1, gamma is equal to gamma 1, I can say gamma is equal to alpha 1 plus j beta 1, I can say. That is here alpha 1 is 0 for lossless medium. For lossless medium, that is medium 1, I can say medium 1, the alpha 1 value is 0. That is already we know this is predefined value, that is alpha 1 is 0. And here beta 1, the formula will be equivalent to beta 1 is equal to omega root mu epsilon. And he has given the values omega beta 1, from this we can write here beta 1 as 5. Beta 1 as 5 we can write here. Why? Because he has given the value in the question itself. And omega into square root of mu value is he has given as 4 mu naught, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, we can say. That is 4 into square root of mu naught epsilon naught into omega, I can write here. That is 4 square root, if we take outside it will be 2. 2 by we can write c here, that is beta 1 as 5 here. 5 is equal to 2 omega by c, I can write here. Okay. So now omega I can write here as 5 into c by 2. That is 5 into c value is 3 into 10 power of 8 meters per second by 2. Okay. So this value will be equivalent to 7.5 into 10 power of 8 radians per second here, I can write. Next I will erase this one. Now we need to find the value of omega sigma also here. We need to find sigma sigma 2 by omega epsilon 2. So we are going to get this factor. Why? Because in alpha and beta we are going to solve this one, that is sigma by omega epsilon. Sigma 2 he has given as 0.1 he has given, and omega is not going to change for anyhow, that is 7.5 into 10 to the power of 8. Epsilon 2 he has given as 2 in 4 epsilon naught, I think he has given. For medium 2 he has given as so actually in the question I have wrote epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, that is not the value. Actually for medium 2 he has given as epsilon is equal to 4 epsilon naught. Try to rectify that one, and mu is equal to mu naught. Okay, small change there, and 4 into epsilon naught value will be equivalent to 0.1 by 7.5 into 10 to the power of 8 into 4 into 10 power of epsilon naught is 10 power of minus 9 by 36 pi. So if you are going to solve this one, this value will give you 1.2 pi. So if you are going to solve this one, you will get this value. And alpha 2, now we have got the gamma 1 for this one. Now so in order to find this gamma 2, we have to find alpha 2. Alpha 2 is equal to, we are having the formula omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1. Now already we have solved this value here, and that is 1.2 pi here. So directly by substituting that one, omega value also we have found, that is like here, that is 7.5 into 10 to the power of 8. So if I bring this, let me write here, mu is equal to, he has given mu naught, that is mu naught and 4 epsilon naught by 2 I can write here. Yes, so that is square root of 1 plus, he has given 1.2 pi whole square minus 1. Okay, I will erase this one. So this alpha 2 will become as alpha 2 is equal to 7.5 into 10 to the power of 8. It will be equivalent to 1 by 1 square root of mu naught epsilon naught will be equivalent to 1 by c here I can write, and root of 4 by 2 is the here is root 2 here, and 1 plus this value square root of 1 plus 1.2 whole square minus 1. So 3c value is 3 into 10 power of 8 meters per second I can write here. So if you are going to substitute this one, it will be equivalent to 6.021 I can write here. Okay, that is alpha 2 is equal to 6.021. Okay. Now similarly I have to find the value of beta here similarly. So beta value is just we are going to have plus here, that's all. Okay, remaining calculations are same, that is beta 2 as omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1. That is so now already we have got all the values, just we have substituting these values here. Omega is 7.5 into 10 power of 8, and the rest of the values will be same here, mu naught and 4 epsilon naught by 2 here, and that is 1 plus sigma, that is 1.2 pi whole square minus 1. So if you are going to calculate this one, you will get some value by using the calculator. You can directly find the value here as 7826 here, 7826 the value will be giving, you are going to approach this value. You can check your calculators. And now we have to find intrinsic impedance of the medium 1 as well as for medium 2. That is intrinsic impedance of medium 1, it is given as, that is for lossless medium, I think it is the medium 1, it is given as lossless, medium 1 is given as lossless medium. So the value for this one will be square root of mu by epsilon, and that is equal to square root of mu value is he has given as mu only, mu naught only, and epsilon is equal to 4 epsilon naught in this. Okay, I think here is given as 4 epsilon naught here I think. Okay, So he has given the values for the that is mu naught by epsilon naught, that is 120 pi. I can write here 120 pi square root of epsilon r. Epsilon r he has given as yeah, here he has given as mu as 4 mu naught. Okay, I actually had write 4 here. Actually, I forgot to write here 4. So it will be equivalent to 2 here. That is 122. That is 240 pi. I can write here 240 pi ohms. Now similarly theta of eta will be equivalent to 0 here. Theta of eta will be 0. Now I can calculate the value of eta 2 also here. Eta 2 we have to use the general formula, that is eta 2 is equal to square root of mu by epsilon and equivalent to, that is 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square whole power 1 by 4 I can write here. This values he has given, that is that is for the medium 2. Here he has given for the medium 2. We can easily calculate here Vr by epsilon naught. That is the values he has given for medium 2 as mu is equal to mu naught, epsilon is equal to 4 epsilon naught. 4 epsilon naught by 1 plus 1.2 pi whole square whole power 1 by 4. This value will be giving, that is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 root mu naught by epsilon naught is 120 pi by that is 1 plus 1.2 pi whole square whole power 1 by 4. This will be equivalent to 60 pi, and we will get this value as 1.2 pi whole square whole power 1 by 4. So you can check the value eta 2 will be approaching to some value as it will be given as 95.445 here, and theta of eta we have to calculate because we are going to get the phase here also, as we know that the formula for theta of eta in order to calculate tan 2 theta of eta is equal to sigma by omega epsilon. Already we have got, that is 1.2 pi here we got. Just taking this one, tan inverse of this one, tan inverse, that is theta of eta is equal to 1 by 2 tan inverse of this 1.25. It will be equivalent to 37.57 degrees. Okay, you can check here by using your calculator here. So now I can write the complete value of eta as eta 2 is equal to mod eta 2 theta of eta. Mod eta 2 we have got as, this is for medium 2, 95.445 at an angle of 37.57 degrees. Okay, now we have got all the values. Now first question starts here. We have to find the value of gamma here. That is first question. So all the values are required in order to solve the proceeding. That is the question here. Gamma is equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 by eta 2 plus eta 1. Already we have got eta 2 here 95.445 at an angle of 37.57 at an angle of minus eta 1 I have got here. Eta 1 we have got the value 754 something, I think we got 754 eta 1 I think. Yeah, so 240 pi it will be equivalent to, that is if we have got eta 1 as 1, that is 240 pi, this will be equivalent to 754 minus 754 by 95.445 at an angle of 37.57 plus 754. So now you convert this value in a plus ib form or x plus iy form, that is converting the same, and again convert this into the that is polar form and take the ratio and you will get the angle, and finally keep this value in terms of r and theta form. It is equivalent to 0.018186 at an angle of 171. So by keeping your calculators in complex mode, you can try to calculate this value. So first of all you convert this into a plus ib form, this one also, this a plus ib form you convert this into again r theta form, this is also r theta form, take the ratio and you get this final this value. Okay. And similarly we have got this one. Now from this mod gamma will be equivalent to this one 0.8186, and the angle here is this one, okay, mod gamma value here. Now next we will go for the tau calculation. So we have got gamma here. Tau we can calculate as, we know that tau is equal to 1 plus gamma, 1 plus mod gamma, here we can say, that is our 1 plus this one, that is 1 plus 0.8186 at an angle of 171.08 degrees. Okay, so after doing this calculation we will get here as 0.2295. you can calculate by using a calculator, at an angle of 33.56. okay, you change your calculators a plus ab form again to the polar form. So you have, every time you have to do the calculations, x plus iy form again to the polar form. Okay, that is r theta form. Now after that we can calculate the value of standing ratio here, that is 1 plus mod gamma by 1 minus mod gamma, that is 1 minus mod gamma. Mod gamma we have got as 0.816 here, 1 plus 0.8186 by 1 minus 0.8186. So this will be giving me the value as 10.25. So that is the first question. Now we will do the B question here. So he has given EIS here value, that is check the question. He has given 50 sin omega t minus phi x. I will write here as EIS here, 50 sin omega t minus phi x. So I can write this value as imaginary part of the EIS, that is instead EIS into e power j omega t. So I can write here where EIS is equal to, this EIS is equal to again 50 e power j minus j phi x into ax. So I can write here, why? Because I am going, sorry, ay, because it is in y direction. So you can see in that question itself he has given as the y direction. Now we are going to convert this into the that is exponential form. That is, instead of writing this in the that is in the sine or cosine form, I am taking the, it is the imaginary part of this one, because this is the time factor here, e power j omega t is the time factor, and AS is the sinusoidal form representation of the wave here. Now I can write here as ER0. Why I am writing? Because I have to convert the value, I have to get the values for reflection coefficient, that is for reflected field as well as for electric field and magnetic field. ER0 is equal to gamma of EI0. So already we know this one, okay, that is EI0 So EI0 he has given this one 50. Okay, EI0 it is 50. Gamma already we have calculated, that is 50 gamma by keeping that value in 0.818 e power. I am converting this into e power value, that is gamma value e power j 1.171.08 degrees. Okay, it will be giving me the value as 40.93 e power j 171.08 degrees. Okay, similarly I can write here as ERS value. ERS is equal to that is reflected field will be the value of addition of these two, incident as well as reflected here. So we have got 40.93, that is ER0. Okay, ER0 into this one. Okay, ER0, that is 40.93 e power j phi x plus this value 171.08 degrees. Okay, so this is the value. Now I can write the electric field as reflected electric field as, that is the imaginary part of this 40 point, that is ERS e power j omega t. Again I am doing the reverse procedure for this one. Okay, I have taken the sinusoidal form. Now from sinusoidal to again I am getting this ER value. ER is equal to, I can write here as 40.93. That is the imaginary part will be cos plus j sin t, means sin I will get sin that is omega t. Here I have got this one, that is plus 5x plus 171.08 degrees into AY volts per meter. So this will be the value here. Now similarly I have to find the value for HR. So I will write the value. I will try to find the value of HR here. HR value will be, so in order to find HR value, we will try to find the direction of HR. That is AH is equal to AK cross AE. AK, this is propagating the positive, negative z and negative x direction, that is AX. So you can check the value here. It is propagating in the AX direction. In the question itself he has given, I think, omega t minus beta x. Yes. So AK is equal to AK cross AE. AX cross AE is propagating in AY direction, that is AY. AX cross AY is that is AZ, minus I can write here as AZ here, that is minus AZ I get here AH. Now similarly I can write the value for HT. Okay, so we have to find. So first we have got the B question. In that B question we have got the value of EI. So next we have to find the transmitted electric field and transmitted magnetic field and electric field here. HT will be equivalent to what? HT will be equivalent to ET naught by eta 1, eta 2. ET naught we have got, that is ET naught is equal to gamma into EI naught. Already we have got the value, this one, that is ET naught gamma. So you can check that by you can calculate by using your calculator. Gamma value you have got, and EI0 also in that question itself he has given. So it will be equivalent to 11 point after calculating this one, 495 by 95.445 eta 2 value 95.445 that is e power alpha 2 e power minus alpha x, because the wave is propagating h direction. The alpha 2 is 6.02 x. So the this will be in this form, that is ht naught e power minus alpha x sin we have got the value of et here, that is omega sin omega t minus 7.862 x plus 33.56 minus 37.57. All these values we have calculated into AZ. Okay, AZ here. Yeah. So AZ, I think it is equal to plus AZ. Okay. So this is equal to plus AZ. So I will get here. I think so. So here AX cross AY equivalent to AX only. Right. So now what we get here by using after calculating this value 0.120 e power minus 6.02 x sin omega t minus 7.862 x 33.56 after calculating this one 4 point, it will be equivalent to minus 4.01 degrees into AZ amperes per meter. Okay, so now we have to calculate the pointing theorem, pointing vector here, that is for average pointing vector, that is P1 average. It will be equivalent to So here we are having reflected as well as incident field. So for the incident field we are having EI as the that is magnitude here, AX direction, and 2 eta 1. Similarly for reflected as ER mod into A, so it is in reverse direction, that is minus AX by 2 eta 1. So already we have got the value as 2 eta 1 as 240. So E1 mod E1 square already we have got the values 1 by, so this is common, 1 by 2 into 240 240 pi, it is 240 pi into, so already we have got mod E1 square, it is equivalent to 50 square AX minus we have also got here also 40.93 square AX. So this will give you a value of some value as 0.5469 AX min Webers per meter. Similarly, we can calculate the value for the transmitted field, that is the second medium. In order to calculate the second medium, in second medium we don't have the incident and reflected powers. Instead of that we have the transmitted field. Okay, that is P2 average is equal to mod E2 ET square by 2 eta 2 into e power minus 2 alpha 2 x into cos theta of eta into x. So this is a general formula. Why? Because we have to use this formula because we are going to have the wave in the medium 2. Now for this ET we have already calculated ET naught. Okay, actually we have to take ET naught here by 2 eta 2. ET naught we have got 11.475 by 2 eta 2, 95.445 into e power minus alpha 2. Also we have got the value 2 into 8.021 into x cos of 37.57 degrees into AX. So this is the value we are going to get, and by calculating these entire values, so we will get this value as 0.5469 e power minus 12.04 x into AX Webers per meter square. So this is the P2 average, that is the power flowing in the medium 2. Okay, so here we are going to get the value that is P2 average, that is in the second medium 2. So we have got medium 1 and medium 2 powers. So medium 1 we are having incident and reflected field, and in medium 2 we have only the transmitted power, that is the transmitted electric field we have to take. So by taking that one we can directly calculate. So you can check by these values by using your calculators. So we will stop the lecture here, and in the next class we will try to take the next session, that is reflection of a plane wave at oblique incidence. Okay, till then take care, bye.